once again, this movie has been out for almost a month now, so I am sorry if I never shut the fuck up about this movie, but there's these two scenes I want to talk about really quick and why it's so important to Art and Patrick's story. It's the sauna scene and then the tell scene. If you know, you know. And obviously, this is a triangle, so Tashi is still very much important and involved when it comes to these scenes. But I'm talking about in regards to both just Art and Patrick, just their problems with each other. First of all, notice how this is probably the very first time that they're together, especially alone. Um, like not regarding the actual match itself, but like when it comes to the movie in present day, this is really the only time that they're alone and together. But basically, a quick rundown of the sauna scene. So Art is already in the sauna, and Patrick he comes in, and then this man he's like nude, and I feel like it's so funny how Art the first thing he says is literally to put your slong away because number one it's a sauna, so of course people are going to be naked in the sauna, and number two that was just the first thing that he like noticed. But anyway, Patrick, being like the asshole he is, he comes in. He says, "Hey, please not demolish me tomorrow," which is obviously a callback to when Art and Patrick were both 18, and then they're having their singles match, and Art was like, "Hey, Patrick, I like please do not destroy me in tomorrow's match. Like let me win." And I think that was Patrick's way of being very like condescending towards Art because he's like, "Hey, bro, like between us, you have never won a match." And then later on in the scene, Art talks about how this is really about winning the points that matter. He's basically talking about the game of life because he says, "Hey, look, I am married to Tashi. I have the big career that you never get to have. Like I have all the endorsements, I have all the money, I'm rich. Like I have the goals in life. Like I literally made it myself." And he basically tells Patrick that he doesn't matter, or yeah. And then Patrick he's like I don't matter, and he's like Art is like not even to like the most obsessed tennis fan, and it's so like heartbreaking on both parts, and I kind of want to like talk about that in a second. Well, like the thing I said, like why I find this scene so interesting is I feel like they're both putting up fronts. I think Art is putting up, well, Patrick he's putting up the front of he's still having that like that big boy persona, especially when it comes to Art. Yeah, but like the minute he says, basically the minute he acts like I don't matter, and Art basically is like no, he's like he's hurt. Patrick is hurt by that because this man used to be his like literal best friend, and I think Art is putting up this front as he's saying that I've literally already accomplished all these goals in life, but you can tell like deep down he's like tired, he is crumbling because his marriage is very tense. He's been kind of on this losing streak in his professional tennis career, so I think it's interesting how literally the next scene, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but the next scene is literally the hotel room scene, like him and Tashi, where he basically asks like tell me it doesn't matter if I win or not at the match tomorrow. And I literally saw this comment. I can't remember if it was on YouTube or TikTok, but basically there's this comment saying that Art did not mean what he was saying. Like if you read his face in that scene, it is also breaking his heart too that he's like treating Patrick this way. And I really have to like watch the movie again to like and really like key in on his face because like I think when I usually when I watch a movie for the first time, I'm really like keyed in on like the dialogue so I don't miss dialogue, but like I really have to read facial expressions and I have to really see if I like agree with that or not because I think I do. But now I want to talk about the tell scene for a quick second and why that's so important. And obviously if you've seen the movie, you know what I mean when I say the tell scene at the challenger event, so I don't have to explain that too much. But I feel like people could read into this and like opposite ways. So I feel like there's a lot of people that see the scene and think Patrick is trying to psych out Art by, like, telling him that information. But I personally believe that this man was trying to, like, fuel the fire, like bring that out of him. Because he was saying, hey, like, Tashi literally, and it'll be interesting. It'll be so funny if, kind of jacked up and twisted, but it'll be so funny if Patrick actually, like showed, like two fingers, or at least like shouted out twice. Like, that would have been diabolical, but like low-key kind of funny. But this man was trying to, like, get him to play tennis, like actually play. Don't do it for your wife who has literally cheated on you with me twice. Do it for yourself. Like if you're gonna win this match, at least do it for yourself. Don't do it for her, and actually play tennis. Actually try to, you know. And I feel like throughout the movie, Patrick was always trying to give Art this confidence, because Patrick always knew that Art had, like, some of these, like, insecurities within him. Like, at their first match, like when they were 18, he was, like, willing to, like, throw the match before they met Tashi. And then, when Tashi literally went back to Patrick to, cheat on her husband, Patrick was like, okay, I'll throw the match. And then now he's like, no, like, win actually win to win. And the more I think about it, like the ending scene and the hug, I think about, yeah, I still think that was, like, their way of, like, trying to reconcile, like, all the things that happened in the past, and they missed each other. But I also think it could also mean that Art was thanking Patrick for, like, bringing that out of him. Like, hey, I have this fire in me now, and thank you for, like, bringing that out of me, even though you went behind my back twice and cheated on, with my wife. And finally, even though all the characters, like, had a lot of losses, I feel like in some way at the end they all kind of won. I feel like Patrick won in the sense of, like, kind of, you know, regaining his best friend, or at least reconciling with him. Because, there's still a lot to discuss. I feel like Art kind of won in a sense of, like, him proving that he still has it. He still has it in him to, like, play, a really good match, and, like, gaining confidence, low key. And I feel like Tashi, she kind of won because even though she never can, like, really play tennis ever again, like, have a pro tennis career, she at least got to see good tennis that excited her.